What is up, my beautiful people? I'm your host with a beard, and today I am reviewing the BMW iX. So without further ado, let's jump right into the review. Check it out. Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the BMW iX. A very controversial vehicle. I'm talking about the looks now. I don't think it looks really ugly. On pictures it does, but in real life it doesn't look really ugly. Still, I'm not a fan of these looks. I would have preferred that they made it like kind of more like an X5 or something. Okay, so the thing that you notice right away is this huge grille. That isn't a grille because it's an EV. Right behind this grille, all the driver assist features and all the radar systems and all are embedded. Just for that, this part of the grille right here has been made in a special material, kind of comparable to a paint protective film. So when this scratches or get rock chips and anything, and the sun shines on it, when it heats up, you can heal this, or this is self-healing. So when it heats up, it's self-healing. So it doesn't interfere with the driver's assist features. So we have a camera here. These things can retract to wash the cameras. So these are the washers actually. And since the bonnet here cannot open, so this car does not have a frunk, this part opens up here and you can put washer fluid right in here. Very nice touch. This particular car has been equipped with the BMW laser lights, as we see right here, and by the blue accent. Let me show you guys by turning on the car. Very bright, very clear lights. We have some real air vents on the sides, kind of a peculiar bumper design. And the parts right here, these flaps can open up also on the other side to cool the battery when it's heating up on high speeds. I gotta say, although it's not the prettiest, it is a very imposing front end. It's got a very decent road presence. These are 22-inch rims. They seem really small because the car itself is very, very big. It's about the size of an X5. And we see the M Sport brake calipers there. Very good brakes, which is needed because this car weighs in at about 2,500 kilograms. So it's a very heavy car. Here we see the new style door handles. So they're very sleek, very clean design. And they don't come out of the doors like this, but you just come in here and press a button and then you can open the doors. And when you press it here, the doors close. Very big car actually, and very long as well. Here we see the iX logo in black. Coming to the backside of the BMW iX, we see a very fat and imposing rear end, which goes wider as it's nearing the floor. Right here on both sides, we see two kind of diffuser thingies where the exhausts are supposed to be with normal cars. The iX logo, and this is the xdrive 40 version, so all-wheel drive and with a smaller battery pack. You can also upgrade to the xdrive 50, which gives you more power. These are fully LED tail lights, and let me show you guys the cool animation that they make right here. Very gorgeous, and it looks even more beautiful at night and when it's dark. We see the very wide fenders here on the side, which help make this car look very imposing from the rear end. And while we are back here, let's also get the boot space out of the way. So fully electrically opening tailgate opens very wide. A very wide boot space. These are some extra lights because the lights open up with the tailgate as well, so for security reasons. It's about 500 liters. You can take off this part right here, put it here, and then through these buttons recline the rear seats. And you can even push them down so you have a completely flat loading floor and put in even more stuff. I do have to say that this boot space here is the smallest in its class compared to its competitors, but still it's pretty large. And now let's check out the interior of the BMW iX. A very wide opening door, easy access. And here we see the animation for when you get into the car over the whole screen, when the car welcomes you in its lush and luxurious interior. All right, so first of all, we see this kind of new type of steering wheel, hexagonal. I'm not a fan of it. They could have done a better steering wheel in my opinion. A lot of people do like it, but I don't really. You have all your buttons and your controls right here, multifunctional steering wheel, and with the blue logo, which indicates that this is a electric vehicle. And this specific BMW iX has been equipped with the crystal package, so you get like all these controls in crystal. So these are the seat controls, as opposed to being right here as we're used to from BMW. They now put it on the doors, which is much easier to operate. And we also have the memory functions right here in full crystal. Actually looks very, very beautiful. When we move to the middle console, we see an extension of the crystals as well. So the knob right here is in crystal. This lever is in crystal, so this is the gear lever, and the stop button also is in crystal together with the volume button. I do kind of like this wooden trim. It looks very beautiful. It feels very, very nice to the touch, and it has all these buttons right here for your shortcuts, for your navigation, telephone, your media, your home button, and then your parking sensors and your modes. So when you have to open the door, you can press this button right here and the door opens up. So they are fully electrically opening doors, but in case that the electric system fails, you also have a lever down here. So when you open this and pull this, you can open the door the normal way. Right in front of you, we see the new BMW iDrive with the new screens, as I showed you guys in my review of the BMW i4 M50. If you haven't seen it, I will link it down below in the description. This screen, as opposed to the previous screen, the gauge cluster in the BMWs is very, very customizable. You can customize like if you press the settings, you can customize like the content, so what you want to see in the middle screen. You can customize the layout as well, so you have 3 different layouts from which you can choose. And a very, very nice feature is that you also can change the layout of the heads-up display right in front of you. I think you can choose from 4 different settings and you can customize it to your own liking. And then we move to the infotainment screen, so the new iDrive system of BMW. So you have all your various apps right here. Very responsive screen. And you can also, like, for example, you have navigation here, you want to move it over here, or if you want to move it right up here, you can just customize it to your own liking and put these tiles wherever you want. Very neat feature. When we go to the navigation screen, we see that it is a very responsive, very clear and easy to operate screen. Look at this. This is practically a big smartphone. The car also comes equipped with all-round camera, so you have a top-down 360 view, as you can see right here, and you can also pick from different angles right here. So here you can look all around the car. Very crisp, very clear graphics, and you can see everything around the car. You can shoot different settings. So this is your just rear camera. So this is for the parking, and this is so you do not curb the wheels on the sidewalk right here. Very needed option in this car because this car is very big, very wide, and you will scratch the paint or curb the wheels very easily in this car. So you have different modes here as well. So this is for your towing hook, where you can see it right here. This is for when you're going into a car wash, and this is to clean the cameras. So when you press this, and you see this right here, it's cleaning the cameras from the front and from the back. A very neat feature. A very gorgeous air vent design right here, and it does have kind of this bronze type color right here, which extends towards other trims as well, right here and right here on the doors. Space in the BMW iX, we see the door bins right here. We have a separate compartment for the water bottle and another compartment where you can put your various stuff. It's large enough, you can fit a lot of stuff right here. Moving to the glove box, it's not the largest in the market. It's a very narrow entrance as well right here, but you can fit a decent amount of stuff in here, just not as much as in some of its competitors. To the space in the middle console, we see that it is a different type of middle console. It's like a separate island not like in any other BMW that we've seen that it just connects with the dashboard. So this gives you a lot of space for your feet as well. But you have a wireless charging port right here, some 2 cup holders. I don't know if it's an ideal location for cup holders. I would have wanted them up here somewhere, so for easy access to my drinks, but hey, this is what you get. And in the middle console itself, we do have a very large space right here, and then to put some coins or something right here. One thing I don't like is that there are a lot of cheap plastics in this car right here in the middle console, and this is a high touch surface. So cheap plastics over here, over here, over here. Doesn't matter that much over there because you won't ever touch that. But it's strange that in a car this expensive, because this is easily a 100,000 euro plus car if with options and everything, they should have done some sort of, you know, expensive soft plastic or soft touch material or something right here. Seats in the BMW iX are actually very luxurious, very beautiful styling of the seats, and I love this diamond stitching right here. They're very fat, very padded, and fully electrical, of course, and they will support you just the right amount on longer journeys as well. Let's check out the space in the rear of the BMW iX. Decently wide opening doors, so access is pretty easy. Once you're in the car, you have absolutely loads of knee room. Look at the seat. This is not even in my driving position because I reclined it all the way back to review the cockpit, and I still have this amount of knee room. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and I can sit here comfortably for longer journeys. Headspace, as you guys can see, I have an abundance of it. This car has also been equipped with a full panoramic glass roof, and it doesn't seem to be eating into the roof space. So people over 6 foot will be doing more than okay back here. Because the floor in the back of the BMW iX is completely flat and the middle console just goes all the way forward back here, this means that the middle seat is very usable. It is a little bit firm from underneath and from behind, but it won't be any trouble sitting here for longer journeys. You can just fit 3 adults here comfortably. A very nice feature back here is that when you pull this strap right here, it reveals the entrances for the Isofix mounting points for the baby seats back here, and when you don't need it, you can just put it back down right here, so it's fully covered. Much better than those plastic thingies you get to cover it up. The middle seat right here can be put down right here. It reveals some cup holders. This is an armrest, and then when you pull this strap right here, it's a loading hatch for when you want to go skiing or want to transport longer items. People back here have their very own climate system with full heated seats on the left and the right, and they can set their own temperature to their own liking back here. The car has been equipped with a full panoramic roof, and a very nice feature is now you see that the glass doesn't let any light through. Just press this button right here and you see that you can see everything out again. So this is kind of a next level technology privacy glass. And now when you press the button again, it goes full dark. And now let's see how the BMW iX drives and behaves on the road. Immediately you feel that the ride is extremely luxurious and comfortable. Although this car is sitting on 22-inch rims, the suspension does a great job soaking up the bumps and ironing out all the irregularities on the road. Steering feel is okay. It does give you the right amount of feedback. It's not too light and not too weighty in comfort mode, which I do like. Seating position, you are sitting on a very elevated position, so you have a very clear view over the road. Side views are also extremely well because of the large windows. The rear window though is a bit too narrow for my taste, and it's all the way back there, so it's a very long car as well, but it's not too bad because this car is a bit heavy. Cars that are really close, you won't see them that much, and for parking it can be a little bit cumbersome, but that's why you have the extremely technologically advanced 360-degree camera in this car, so you do not scratch your wheels or your paint. Power delivery in the BMW iX is very smooth. This being an electric vehicle, this is the iX xDrive 40, and this is more than you need because right now I'm gonna floor it. Plenty of power. You don't even need to upgrade to the 50 version of this vehicle. If you want to have some more fun, then yeah, because that one has over 500 horsepower and it's going to be so much fun. That being said, there is also a BMW iX M60 being tested right now. And I am curious how much horsepower that's going to have. I think that's going to be like 600 plus or something, which is going to be insane. A very nice feature in the BMW iX is that when you type in a destination on the navigation screen and you are nearing like bends or crossroads or something like that, the navigation switches to video mode. So the front camera switches on and then it shows you inside of the navigation screen a video feed of where you are driving in very clear and crisp graphics, and then arrows as you are nearing a bend or a roundabout or something that show you exactly on what spot you should take a turn or you should go straight or whatever you have to do, which is very, very handy, and it's very needed as well for people like me, because I take wrong turns all the time, even with my navigation screen on. Yes, I am that stupid. Space in the front, in the cockpit, you have an absolute abundance of space because of the lack of the connection of the middle console with the dashboard. You can have as much knee room as you want, your passenger as well. You can put your arms right here on the window and they are positioned just right. For a person like me, I'm between 5'10", 5'11", and I'm just putting my arms here comfortably. It's like it's especially tailored for somebody of my size. You have these extremely bright and crisp screens right in front of you. Very clear heads-up display that you can customize to your own liking, and when you are using the navigation screen, it also gives you directions on the head-up screen. This 40 version will do about between 300 and 350 kilometers on one charge, depending on your driving style. If you're flooring it all the time, you won't even reach the 300. Sound deadening in this car has been done very, very well, and you do feel that you're driving with a classy car because there are barely any noises coming inside the vehicle. There's just a faint sound of vehicles passing by. You don't hear any wind noise or tire noise, which is strange because these are very large wheels. The car feels very well planted on the road due to the four-wheel drive system or the xDrive system of the iX. I have it set into sport mode currently, and when I floor the throttle, whew, wow. Okay, it is a little exciting to drive this car. But you do feel that it is very, very heavy, especially while braking when you're nearing lights. What are my final impressions about the BMW iX after driving it for a day? Well, it's not the most beautiful vehicle on the market, which in my opinion they didn't intend it to be. I think they are going for a vehicle with aggressiveness, road presence and bulkiness, which this car does extremely well because it gets looked at everywhere you go with it. It stands out between any other car on the road. It does drive very nicely. It's a driver-oriented SUV. Very high grade fit and finishing from the interior. No intrusive noises or no screechy sounds or anything. Everything is solidly built. The main competitor of this car is going to be the Tesla Model X. What the Tesla Model X has going for them is a higher battery range, of course. But then again, the fit and finishing of the Model X is definitely not on the level of this car. There is plenty of room in the BMW iX for your friends, for your family. No shortage of space. And I think this is going to make a very decent long distance cruiser.